Gulls, although such common, inconspicuous birds, and petty in their crimes, have made waves within the oceanic ecosystem. Gulls have thrived in the face of change as humans alter the environment and ocean. Human subsidies from commercial fishing, waste discharge, and landfills can provide new resources which alter food webs, population dynamics, and ecosystems. As fisheries fail, gulls move their foraging from the ocean to human epicenters to feed on trash and fishery discards. This has created harmful shifts within the food web to the detriment of other species. Trends in research have shown that subsidized populations successfully raise more chicks and in turn increase predation rates on native species. One study found that increased availability to human food has bolstered populations of kelp gulls. As kelp gull numbers rose, the predation rate of the chicks of near-threatened Cape cormorants also increased. In central California, western gulls are prolific predators of imperiled steelhead and coho salmon. Their increase in population in the past 30 years has put an immense pressure on salmonid species. With the use of stable isotopes, scientists have found that their diet has varied more dramatically than it had in the past. Levels of delta nitrogen-15, an isotope commonly found in human wastewater and soil fertilizers, were found more frequently in the feathers of recent specimens than in older ones in museums. Looking toward the future, it is important to implement strategies to discourage gulls from feeding in landfills and other human environments. We can each do our part by removing trash from our beaches and refraining from feeding gulls. They're cute, but not that cute. As future managers and waterbird biologists, it's important to begin by being able to identify gulls. Gulls can be a daunting family of birds to identify, but in this short tutorial, we'll help you identify common species around Humboldt Bay in both their breeding and non-breeding plumages. We'll be focusing on the California gull, western gull, herring gull, glaucous-winged gull, ring-billed gull, Bonaparte's gull, and mew gull, all of which winter on the coast except for the western gull, which is a year-round resident. Western gull adults can be recognized by their pink legs and heavy yellow bill with a large red-orange spot on the lower mandible. Markings like these are actually used to stimulate feeding behavior from chicks so that the parents will regurgitate meals for young. Western gulls have white underparts and dark upperparts, which becomes an even darker gray during the breeding season from September through March. In flight, western gulls don a long gray stripe down their primary and secondary feathers. Juveniles in their first winter can be distinguished by their all-brown head and body and dark tail with a pale rump while in flight. Our next gull is a winter resident that is most similar to the western gull, so pay close attention. Herring gulls also have a red-orange bill spot, pink legs, and light gray back. A more reliable feature would be to observe the completely white underwing, save for the small black tips. During the non-breeding season in winter, herring gulls have pale streaking on the head. First winter juveniles can be distinguished from western gull juveniles from their mostly dark tail and rump. First winter juveniles have a mostly black bill, and second winter juveniles have a pink bill with a black tip. They also have pale inner primaries and coverts on the dorsal side of the wing. California gulls can be distinguished from the first two gulls by the black and red bill marks on their bill and have yellow legs. In flight, they also have sharply extensive and contrasting black tips. Juveniles can be picked out with their whitish breast and pink bill with a black tip. In flight, juveniles have dark coverts. Glaucous-winged gull adults have pink legs, a red-orange spot on their yellow bill, and similar counter shading to the previous gulls. However, they lack black tips on their wings, which are nearly the same color of gray on their backs. When they aren't breeding, they have smudged tan coloration on their neck and head. Juveniles are also lighter overall with a tan color and black bill. Ring-billed gulls are the smallest of the white-headed gulls, with yellow legs, a short bill, and long, slender wings. They also have ringed bills. You're welcome. Bonaparte's gull are easy to distinguish by their black hooded heads during breeding season, but when you see them wintering in Humboldt, they'll have distinguishable dark ear spots. They also have thin black bills and pink legs. Juveniles will also have distinguishable dark ear spots, but be more mottled in color. Mew gulls are a smaller and stouter species. They have short yellow legs and a plain yellow bill with no markings. Juveniles can be spotted for their typical small stature and gray-brown underparts.